Mr. Raymond, let's get this game started without further ado. So, first off, welcome everyone back to the game as we continue onwards. Let's do a little bit of a small recap of what's been going on. Then we can try to remember what happened last game, which was, as we see here, 55 days ago. So, what we know as, we have come from the small town of Sandpoint, where all of you were initially, some of you, were grouped upon because of a goblin raid on that small little town. Ultimately, this endeavor, this fight, had you go around the Sandpoint hinterlands to deal with the goblins and end up realizing that one of the old townsfolks, the priest, the old priest's daughter, adopted daughter, kind of got angry and decided to destroy the town. That was put a stop towards, and then he traveled towards the southwest of Sandpoint to the magnificent city of Magnamar, where some of you also met there, where there were murders being afoot. And these murders were being caused by the Skin Saw cult. And one predominant feature, also linking to Sandpoint, to Aldern Foxglove, was this rune, the seven-pointed star that's been carved on people's chests, and then they were murdered. Well, find out that one of the justices, one of the individuals meant to protect Magnamar, was actually in cahoots, was actually a, in disguise, essentially, cultist, which is why they couldn't actually solve this crime. But him being put down, someone that you befriended, ended up being a traitor, also eventually being put down, had a couple of splitting, as some members decided to take away the adopted goblin you rescued from the Sandpoint area, also went their separate way towards, well, you're being asked by the Lord Mayor Gabaris of Magnamar to go ahead and investigate this this plight of some individuals of Turtleback Ferry have been having with the individuals known as the Black Arrows, how they haven't been around. They haven't heard from them in some time, which was unusual. Now, when you defeated Zanisha, this Lamia individual in Magnamar, a note that she had did mention that she had a sister. There's doing some more things with this Sahedron rune. You know now the Sahedron is the name of that seven-pointed star. What for, though? You have no idea. And so, knowing that she has a sister somewhere, knowing that there's some issues, you decided to go ahead and follow on this little task here to go, because also that letter mentioned Turtleback Ferry. You all went to this part, traveling across the landscape, where you finally arrived at Turtleback Ferry, where you see this small little town. You saw the name given to us because large turtles didn't inhabit this small little lake, clay bottom lake, which you got to see some of. But the big thing, which was you found individuals that had the Sahedron tattoo upon their body, where, well, you ultimately learned that this was because of a discount at Paradise, this pleasure barge that was around, that burnt down in the middle of the night at midnight to the bottom of Clay Bottom Lake. But before we got to that, we ended up discovering that these ogrekin individuals known as, what are they known as? The Gralls. The Gralls end up being this decrepit, mutated, inbred ogrekins, that has some people captive. You end up getting aligned to them because of a fire pelt cougar that did draw you to them, where you went into their household, killed all of them, but you rescued some individuals. Three specific individuals that, well, you learned were actually part of the Black Arrow organization. Specifically, you rescued the first one, Caven. Caven Windstrike was one of the Black Arrows, as well as their other friend known as Vale, Temros, but then also the significant one, the individual known as Shakardros, because two things you're told. He was the second in command of Fort Rannick, where they were stationed, but also one of the individuals accompanying you, a ranger that you knew from the beginning in Sandpoint, Shilelu and Osana, where she told you she wanted to accompany you because her adopted father is Jakardros, but he, once her mother perished, took off, left her as a teenager, young child, to kind of just fend for herself. She's had over these years to want questions of why did you leave? Where she wanted to get an answer, or she maybe wanted to kill him if she didn't like this answer. Well, we now pick up the events. We have just taken care of these individuals where the townsfolk has mentioned to you that for some reason, Fort Rannick, this fort was constructed 45 years ago by a ranger known as Rannick. And this was essentially stationed because Turtleback Ferry has been asking individuals, towns, for protection because of these ogres that lived in the Kriegwood and the surrounding area. They asked some communities, but it was Magnamar to answer the call. And Magnamar was competing with a town known as Corvosa, as another large trading city, and they saw Magnamar as a means to kind of enhance their influence, extend their influence, was to build Fort Rannick with the agreement from Turtleback Ferry to owe allegiance to Magnamar. That's what occurred. So for 45 years, Fort Rannick has been there protecting Turtleback Ferry and the region from from ogres and stuff like that. 30 years ago, told you by Jakardos, a large attack by ogres was upon Fort Rannick, but they killed him. They pushed him back. And for 30 years since, 3 decades, it's been essentially minor skirmishes, but no longer any large endeavors until about a month ago, where, and this is going to be the story when Jakardos is telling you on the way back to Turtleback Ferry after rescuing him from the encampment, the Gralls farm. This was strange. About a month ago, we were coming back from a large actual patrol. Me, as well as my friend here, Vale, and even Caven. We saw at the time that the fort has been attacked. We saw that there were the standards that these ogres are using, the standards being the clothing, the bodies of Mar men in Fort Rannick. We had about 45 people there. We had about 12 with us. We decided to try to take back and attack Fort Rannick, kill those damn ogres. We couldn't do it though. They attacked us, they defended that position. In the end, it was 5 of us that ran away from Fort Rannick into the Krieg Wood. We were trying to make our way back to Turtleback Ferry to recoup and to figure out a plan, but we were attacked by the Gralls in the Kriegwood, where we were for some time. Us 3 are the last survivors. We watched as our last 2 friends, the remaining of the Black Arrows, died by those damn ogrekin in that farm before you rescued us. And so thank you. And that is where we're now going to go back to Turtleback Ferry.
Paul, we did a little extra stuff though. I don't think you covered. Like we
It's on you now.
interrogated Kevin about stuff, and he let on that he Lucretia gave him the tattoos, and he had to trade for gave up their patrol routes to her.
Yes, and so what you end up finding out was Caven had a tattoo hidden, which he tried to tell you was something he had for a long time ago, was of no really, was nothing significant, but he also realized was a lie. And then under interrogation by both Jakardros and by Vale, he discovered that Lucretia, this woman that owned Paradise before it burnt down, she tasked Caven to do 2 things. I told Lucretia when the commander of Fort Rannick, Commander Baden, he not really secretive, but him and his lover, a nymph. Every month he'll go out to have a bit of a tryst with her for a couple nights. Lucretia pressured me, and I told her when he was going to go out with her. And then when that happened, she had me keep this patrol out to not go back to Fort Rannick for an extra day. It's at this point where Vale and Jacardros have murder in their eyes, as they know and the rest of you know specifically why Fort Rannick fell was because of Caven, and they want to murder him right now by justice of the Black Arrows. That's something we'll get to right now. Um, Immediately after Fort Rannick fell, literally the day after, is when Paradise caught on fire and sank to the bottom of the lake. And so, anything else you want to add in here that I might have not said? But I think that was the big points.
Hmm. I'm inclined to let him kill him. You know,
So right now, all of you are around. I can't remember. Did we? I know we're essentially we have two taverns. The bottoms up tavern. I think no. We went back to the Turtle Parlors Inn, which is where the black was the other one. Was the bottoms up?
So we were at Turtle Parlor Inn, and then the guy ran, and we did a chase thing through the streets,
Gotcha.
and
Okay.
we trapped him. He's like wrapped up in my vines, or wrapped up in
Gotcha.
something right now, um, and on the ground, wrapped up, bound, while we're asking him questions.
Okay. So we'll pick up there. One last tidbit before that, actually, though. We did get answers from Jakardros of why he abandoned Shalelu. He thought she was old enough. He fell in love with Shalelu's mother and their actual elvish village. And he was head over heels in love and adopted Shalelu at that point as she was still a very young girl. But a dragon attacked, destroyed part of the town, for the most part, the entire town, but killed Shalelu's mother, essentially his lover. And this caused him so much grief and pain, he just left. He didn't realize, or maybe he did, but maybe the pain was too much, but he, I guess, theoretically did abandon Shalelu. But he does say that it was because of he was too hurt. Every time he saw Shalelu, he saw his love, Shalelu's mother. And it's at this point in time where he joined the Black Arrows, an organization. It's made up of criminals, as well as rangers that freely want to join, but criminals that are given a second chance, either be killed by sentence, or go to prison, or do one last good thing for the rest of your life and protect this region against the monsters in the night. Ricardo's actively, voluntarily joined them just to do something with his life after his loss. Okay. So now we'll pick up the scene. Or anything else you want to add in before we go here with the scene being with Caven wrapped up on the ground, and yeah, you see both of them want to murder this guy.
I remember there was some other stuff between Galelu and her pop that like he was ignoring her, right? But didn't somebody finally talk to him and say, hey, you got to keep thinking about that?
Yeah, and he told you how he felt.
That's what
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we'll pick up the scene right here. It is currently 3:40 in the afternoon. It is Sunday, the 10th of Saraneth. It is the summertime months right now. And the temperature is a nice, comfortable saltiness from this, well, I guess not salty, but from the Clay Bottom Lake itself. And a bit of a slight breeze that does blow in. The question is, as Cave is on the ground wrapped up, as the rest of you are around him pursuing him, and we have Vale as well as Ricardo's there. We'll start the game off right here. What do you do?
I mean, it's an unarmed guy bound in the street, right?
Yeah? And there are some people, I mean, it's afternoon right now. There are some people out in the streets watching you.
And it's the 2 black arrows that are poised to strike and end his life, right?
They probably won't do it here because, I mean, it looks really bad, but Jagarth will say, he deserves death. And the law, the way of the black arrows is any deceit, any aggression against us is death. And he is raging as well as Vale.
I mean, sounds good to me.
I don't know. Do we need any more information out of him?
And I think he's told us everything he knows.
I couldn't help it. I miss these things. She's so beautiful. I don't want to make her angry or sad. I'll do whatever I can to make her trust me and believe me. We're supposed to leave. Me and her are supposed to go and live our lives. Lucretia is going to be my wife. I will die for her.
I mean, you might at this point.
One thing y'all did discover and realize is that even with Zanisha in Magnamar, there is some influence that's given out. And you definitely do recall that he's under this as well. Now, whether he would do this under his own will, who knows? But you can definitely tell he's under the thrall, similar to how Justice Ironbriar was, even with your old companion for a short time, was with Zanisha.
Yeah. I remember last time telling the guys, like, to get them to stop. Like, look, this isn't 100% his fault. He is under some sort of charm effect from her. I said that last time. I remember saying.
Yeah.
So you see,
I'm a little skeptical of that because I wasn't there to see that the first time. So I'm like, what?
Okay.
Yeah.
He's just thinking with his wiener. That's all.
I mean, but everybody that's come into this has said she's so pretty. She's so. I mean, you can't be that pretty and just naturally have people. Okay, well, I mean, maybe.
40 good men are dead because of this filth. Are you sure that he was under any sort of control?
He might have been. I'm not saying he was for sure, but I'm saying it's a possibility. And you could end his life when he did something out of control.
Yeah.
And if you keep him alive, whoever was trying to do this is obviously your enemy, right? I mean, they did what they did through Cave. He wasn't acting on his own. He gave up patrol routes to Lucretia to make this happen. So that's your real enemy. Now, if your code demands justice and you have to kill him, I suppose you can, but if you keep him alive, maybe that's another way to get to the real enemy.
Keep him alive where? Inside this town, this man is tricky. We've been with him for a little bit of time. He'll escape any prison. Fort Rannick, can't go there right now. Even this Lucretia he's spilling about. She's the one that got the information about Fort Rannick, about our commander. And these ogres attacked it because of her, because of Caven. And now she's purportedly dead. If Fort Rannick is gone, this town is gone as well.
I don't think she's dead. From what I gathered, she was more powerful than her sister, who we confronted with in.
Magnamar.
Thank you.
So this is the same real quickly. So you'll
So-
see on your screen there is a top right is the chat window that says default and then pinned. If you go to pinned, you'll see pinned text I can put in there now.
Okay.
Magnamar.
And a sinking ship, I don't think would be enough. She definitely would have had me escaping, no problem. So I don't think she's dead.
In my experience, go higher than these people. Things go higher.
And then she dies as well.
And from what I remember, half the city, or even more than half the city, already has this tattoo as well.
Yeah.
Now, you know the mark in Magnamar, even around Sandpoint, was on their chest specifically and was carved in and they were killed. The same mark is on half the people of Turtleback Ferry, but it has small tattoos about the size of maybe like your thumb. But as far as you can tell, no one's been killed.
And they all think it's just to get a discount.
Yeah, the entire thing was a discount to get better prices and access to better quality women in Paradise.
Yeah.
But if they are being controlled, then we don't know what killing someone might do.
Do you want to do a reading, Jen?
No, I was just showing.
They're cool.
So
Enough.
I'm gonna flip out a dagger into my hand, and I wonder what happens if we cut the tattoo out. I can heal him; he won't die.
That is an option.
Yeah, just someone gag him.
No, this was given to me by my love. I will not defile this.
Oh, the tattoo's coming off. Let's take it off.
Wait, should we maybe move this to a more
Private, yeah.
Sure, yeah, we probably don't want him screaming in the street, so.
So right now, because of what's been said, what's been doing, there are people in the streets, and right now you are getting rather conflicted and bad looks of people. There's about, I would say, 9 or 10 people right now watching, just kind of, this is disaster, this is crazy, and you might want to try to calm down this potential starting of a crowd before panic sets in, because they see you all doing some pretty bad things in town right now. So I'm curious, as this is occurring, what do you do?
Hey, Black Arrow, can you help us out? Like, he's a thief. He's a thief. Like, somebody gag him and then just refer him that he's a thief.
Give me a diplomacy roll. They're not caring about, they care about, but they're not looking at the townsfolk right now because they're so focused on Caven. This will kind of step them out of it. So.
Paul, do we have the whisper thing on this?
So that was broken. How do you do it now? Same as with the other game. Alt W should open it.
It's not working.
Oh, it's not. Give me a second. Yep, wasn't activated. All right, real quickly, I'm gonna have all of you potentially restart your screen. Jim will know here, but for you,
Robin and Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle, hit Alt W on the keyboard. We'll bring up a new box. Type in messages. Now it no longer has a box when you give a message to yourself, just a little small ping. So I'll just kind of message you when something does come in. Okay, Divina, with that diplomacy roll, you watch as Shakardros will kind of snap out of it, looking at Caven. He'll turn around. Turtleback Ferry, please don't be alarmed. I apologize. But you know me, Mr. Cardros of the Black Arrows. We've been protecting this town for some time. This man is the reason why Turtleback Ferry is in danger right now. He will come to justice. Try not to be alarmed. We will protect you as best we can. The Black Arrows aren't gone yet. And this will have the crowd knowing who the Black Arrows are, most definitely for the last 30 odd years, they will see what's happening, murmurs, bad people, looking at Caven. You even watch as one small little boy that's nearby, being led by like the father, takes a cabbage, just kind of like probably rotten, like throws it at Caven, and they kind of go onwards. The crowd does disperse.
Let's let's get him somewhere.
Yeah. Do the hey, Black Arrows, do you guys have a place to hold a barracks here in town, or?
No, we never really come to Turtleback Ferry unless it's to get supplies. We're not even supposed to really stay here for more than one night, but now that this fool's saying that not only himself but other of the Black Girls have been coming here, our place is really in the wilderness or Fort Rannick. We might be able to get some rooms inside Turtle's Parlor's Inn, though. We have no other holding, no place, no safe haven. We need to take back Fort Rannick. I can't rightfully ask you, but it's only me and Vale. And if you say this Lucretia woman, she could very much well be part of this. She is part of this by what she's been saying, what he's been saying. She caused the fort to fall. You might find answers there.
Definitely. I think some of us suspect that these tattoos are more than just a discount, and we wanted to try and uh, take it off of Caven before you decide to execute him and see if it, changes him or releases him from any sort of spell or.
Okay, the first question though is where do we take Caven? We stay in one of the buildings? We going to outskirts? Where are we going right now?
I think going to the Turtles Parlor Inn would be the best choice here.
I mean, we could go out in the stables.
Yeah, I mean, we do have a room
We do.
at the Turtles Parlor Inn. So how
Yeah.
one of the stables dancer is in. So
And we know the owner of the Turtles Parlor Inn hates these tattoos as well.
we do.
I don't
didn't
remember
think
that.
I do know what I was talking about. I believe it was one of the individuals, could have been the son of the father, overheard and was angry at this happening.
The gambling or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Keston or Landy, which is this guy. In fact, if you go in there, you'll see. It's right here.
I mean, I can always check with the mayor that I met at the temple and see if there's somewhere. But maybe this.
Yeah. Either way, the stables, Turtle Parlor Inn. And if they just want to drag him out to the wilderness, maybe that's best. Can hang him from a tree.
I say we take him to the inn. We'll go. We'll start at the stables and see if that's going to be enough.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. You take Dancer to the stables. She'll be accommodating there. Now, would you want to do this in the stables or inside the inn?
Well, Dancer was in the stables. She
Yeah.
was already.
Okay.
I don't know if the stables are an open kind of, or if it's closed off.
It's probably open. It's not entirely closed off.
A guy screaming as we cut his tattoo off from inside the. And I don't know if that's worse.
Jeez, Dancer, you're huge.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Real quick, Jen, I need to get with you later today in the break. Um, there's some big good changes for the witch. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, the remaster's starting to roll out now. The updated rules for Pathfinder 2, and Witch got a big update.
Okay. We'll probably do it.
Pick it up sometimes. You might not be talking loud enough, Jen.
Oh, I said we might have to do it a different day.
That's fine. I know one big thing is a cauldron can make potions immediately.
Oh. Cool.
I think they get one per day. They just make whatever they want.
Okay. Cool.
Neat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Room or the stables?
Let's go into a room.
Okay.
As you make your way inside, you go into the total part and you do see Keston. He was in a foul mood or recharging quite a bit, but since the Black Arrows came back, he did kind of got a little more upbeat, essentially. He's about to say hello when he sees you dragging Caden in, wrapped up. He's like, and you watch as Vale does put a gold on the counter. This is Black Arrow business. Just ignore the noise. Okay.
There you go.
Up to a room we go.
Cool.
Press
That's
for
nice.
surgery.
And you go to the room with this kind of defiant Caven looking at all of you. You might cut off the symbol, but I'll still belong. My body, my soul, my heart will belong to Lucretia.
And if that happens, we cut off your head.
Oh.
That. What the big guy said.
I'm going to
Yep.
take some rope. I'm going to put it in his mouth and go, you might want to bite down on this.
Who does the deed?
Davina will do it.
Fuck
Okay.
you.
I know medicine. I know bodies. Mostly dead. But I
Davina,
can do it.
give me a medicine roll. This is kind of just how clean you can cut this off.
I'm gonna purposely fail it. No, I'm kidding.
Cat butt.
Whoops! Nicked an artery.
Oh, you
Sorry.
rolled it privately.
Yeah. All right. So one thing I do know, it's a fortunate annoying bug, but if you do a whisper from Alt W, it will change your typical text from public to private. So at the bottom, so if you do send a message out, just try to remember at the bottom right, you'll see where you have like the common language. You have these bunch of buttons. The leftmost button with the actual book symbol, or sorry, with the D20 symbol, is the public. So make sure you click on that once you do send a message. But with this roll, Davina, you rolled a 23. You know what you rolled. You carve off this. It's from his wrist. You carve off this small tattoo rather clean, very quickly. It does bleed. You do staunch the flow of blood to not have it be too messy. He just kind of grimace in pain, a little bit defiant, angry. After a couple minutes, he's still the same. You see no change on him.
Yeah, I'm feeling this just like damp did it.
I mean, it was worth a shot. And I'll bandage him up and like make sure he doesn't bleed out or anything.
You sure about
I'm pretty sure he's about to die.
I mean, just not by my hands.
My sword is a bit too big for this room.
Olaf, you're okay with them killing an unarmed, restrained person?
that's their business. That goes on all of them.
Well, I'm not entirely not okay with it. Because after all, he did betray the Black Arrows and perhaps led to their downfall.
What was the god that the temple was to, Paul?
Which temple?
The one that's here in town that I went to and
One
met the
here?
mayor.
Let's see, which one is that? Aristil. And Aristil. Aristil is the god of essentially home, family, keeping the peace, protecting the community.
Um,
Yeah, the only tenets that Robin really has is being that of good. Just can't do anything against your deity or commit willingly acts of evil, but as well as um, knowingly harming an innocent or allowing immediate harm to one through inaction when you can prevent it. But I will say, this is justice done um, by the organization. I would say he would not be going under as an anathema by letting this happen. So if they do enact justice by the law of the Black Arrows, it won't be anything against Olaf.
That was my concern.
Yeah.
So if there's nothing against them, then I mean, I'm definitely not going to stop them from doing it.
I mean, maybe not at the end. Maybe walk him like we're gonna take him. You guys are gonna take him out to, head back to Fort Rannick and just in the woods. Yeah.
You see that Vale will kind of stand up with Jacardos. At the end of the day, our organization has been almost completely depleted. Whether he was controlled or not, he still seems this way. By our law, for the last 45 years, we've had one way to deal with justice. It still needs to be done. Me and Jacardos will take him out and take care of him in the law of the Black Arrows.
Just keep in mind, it's still possible that he wasn't fully in control of his own faculty. So
And he could be useful still as a tool to get at the real evil.
Until this is done, then, where do we keep him? Because we will need to watch him the entire time.
oh,
Yeah, I can't answer that for you, so I guess you got to do what you got to do.
I mean, at least in the temples that I was in, and we did have some rooms that we could lock to keep relics and things in. I could go ask.
it's not a bad idea.
Okay.
BRB! And I run out the door. And head to the temple.
Okay. When you head to the temple, you see Malin Sharid, which is the one that is here, which is the mayor of this place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I had two images here for Malin. I can't remember. Was Malin a male or female?
Male.
No. Okay. So here's Malin.
Yep.
Welcome back. Is there anything you need? Any more information? We heard about the Black Arrows coming back here in town. At least they're safe.
Yeah. We might have figured out what happened to them, and we have a kind of a witness, maybe somebody that kind of needs to be a prisoner. Have any rooms that lock here, like cellars or crypt that would be really hard, like underneath the temple? Or do you know somewhere in town?
There's no place. There's no crypt. We have the graveyard just to the north. Any relics we have is just a small room, not real lock here. Why do you need one?
To hold this guy until we figure out what's going on. You don't know how to maybe like remove a charm from something, do you? I don't. I haven't learned that yet.
Afraid not. No, that's beyond my ability.
Can you even tell if somebody's under a spell?
I might be able to
Or
tell.
magical effect.
Well, that might help. We still need to figure out where to hold him or how to fix him.
If any individual that needed to be held, we would typically send them to Magnamar for justice or trial.
You guys don't have anywhere here to hold people?
We do temporarily, but I mean, do you need something? It'll be the typical accommodations for someone being held.
Might escape.
Yeah.
We really need to keep him under lock and key and maybe shackled.
Mike, you're muted.
Oh, I was saying we could keep him under the care of my bastard sword.
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
he won't
We
get
got
away
stuff
too-
to do though.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go give them those options, and I'll say thank you, and head back to the temple or the inn where the rest of the group is at. Nothing here, guys.
I'm sorry, I was talking like we were with you. My bad.
Nothing here. He says they send people to Magnamar for hold. You guys could
Oh.
take him to Magnamar.
No, we can't leave him here. He's too dangerous. Even if he's like this, if he is under some type of influence, leave him here. If he breaks free, he could kill a lot of people here. This needs to be done.
I just look at him, I'm like, are you gonna kill anybody?
No.
What if-
I don't need to roll anything to know that that was probably a freaking lie.
I
What if
mean-
Lucretia asks you to? Will you?
Of course I will.
See?
I'll kill anyone for her.
Davina, can these priests figure out if this cave in here is under a spell or something?
He said he might be able to tell, but he can't do anything to lift it.
All right.
Can anyone here cast detect magic?
Yes.
There's no magic aura around him.
Really? Because I had detect magic up like almost the last game, and
Yeah.
I didn't think that anything was being detected.
There's not. There's no magic around him, so he's like brainwashed.
Okay. There you go.
Well, I think at this point, they said this is a matter for the Black Arrows, and we'll just let them handle it. So I'm just gonna look at both of them and be like, we've given you options, you do whatever you deem best. Just saying you're gonna have to live with the consequences of whatever you choose to do, and I'm gonna walk out of the room and just let them.
They're fine with it. There's something you probably think they've probably done before to people that have crossed or have essentially broken the rules of the Black Arrows. Vale, as well as Cardos, will take Cave-In, and they're going to go outskirts of this Turtleback Ferry.
Whatever they do when they leave that room, I have no knowledge.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is your business. You handle it. Just keep in mind there are consequences for your actions, and don't do anything you're going to regret. And I'm just, we try to give you plenty of options to do things, and you do what you do.
They leave. As the three of them leave, what do the rest of you want to do for right now?
Well, we get to talk about our next step. We haven't solved anything yet. We don't even know if this Lucretia's even alive or dead or.
Yeah, I think a lot of our answers were going to lie at Fort Rannick. It's just a matter of how do we infiltrate it.
Yeah, well, we could bring what's left of the Black Arrows with us after they
2 more people?
thin out their numbers.
Well, there's 6 of us, and 2 of them, which is 8. We probably
Right.
Would have some difficulty if there are 40 people there, but
They were ambushed, and maybe when we've got the upper hand, it'll be easier.
we at least have to prepare for it.
I seem to remember, correct me if I'm wrong, Paul, but last session you told us that we couldn't go to Fort Rannick without
Without a what?
an army.
Oh,
Well, if I said
Wasn't
that,
there a city?
Because
But
we were
wasn't
gonna go
there
to
a city?
we were gonna go to Fort Rannick right away, and you told us that that would be death. That would be like TPK. You basically said you don't have enough to take on Fort Rannick. That's what you told us.
Couldn't we ask the soldiers we met on the way here to help us take Fort Rannick back?
No, that's a good idea.
yeah, Jakardros and Vale. I mean, that's what they are going to do. I mean, they say they're going to try to take it back. So I don't know how.
Right.
The plan.
But we could contact the city below here to perhaps get some reinforcements or perhaps bring an army ourselves.
Yeah.
Maybe we just scout it out and see if we actually need, more
Down
people.
for that.
Guys, we just took out a whole family of Ogrekin. We are badass.
Well, at least we should know what we're up against, right? Somebody's going to have to do that.
Yeah, I had wanted to go scout it before we came back here. I don't remember what happened, why we didn't, but we didn't. So.
And if we need someone to scout, perhaps Shalelu would be the best one to do it.
Shalelu or Fletch could probably be, or even Davina, I think, could do that.
Pretty sneaky.
about 15 minutes later,
Uh-oh.
you'll watch as Jakardros will come back, followed by Vale. It's done. And they do place on the table 3 items. Those will better serve someone else besides him. And on the table, you'll see, well, in the party sheet, if everyone does press P on the keyboard, you'll see the party sheet. We're gonna see everyone's stats and whatnot, current HP and all that stuff. If you go to stash, you will see some things.
Ooh, coyote cloak. Okay. Mangy brown and gray coyote fur. Survival checks. Oh, neat. Okay. That rapier is kind of cool.
By the way, above table talk, everyone should probably reset their hero points.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh.
So, one rule I'm adopting in my games now is everyone taking 3 hero points at the start. So don't need to be stingy with them. You can use them much more often.
Okay.
Well, I don't necessarily need any of those items.
I've already got a +1 striking rapier, so.
I'm kind of curious how bad Fort Rannick really is. From
By all accounts, there are most likely over 30 ogres inside the fort. There's no other force around here that's gonna help out, but there's one thing we do have. We know the layout. We have information about the fort that they don't know. They might have numbers, but we have surprise and we have information. And you watch as Jakardros does come by. He pulls out a blank parchment paper and starts to very, very quickly draw on it. In fact, let me go ahead and make this an actual scene. Give me 1 second. Runelords images. Let's see, it's for Rannick. Let's make this smaller. There we go.
Freya will immediately ask about this.
Of Fort Rannick, if we attack them head on, without any tactics, we'll die. But there are a few areas that I am certain they don't know about. There is a eagle eyrie that is very, very high. And he does point. Let's see. He points over here. There's a hidden tunnel and ledge. If we're able to get that high, we can enter into Fort Rannick without probably being seen at all. There's also secret tunnels that enter into Fort Rannick that I am more than certain they don't know about. There's a waterfall that is near the fort itself. Behind it, there's an entranceway that does go into the fort. And he does point to over here. The only problem is there are nasty lizards that reside within the tunnels. This is the mating season for them as well, and they are very, very aggressive. That could be used to our advantage. We do know how to make them move. When they get this way, there are certain plants that give off a aroma and thick fog that does drive them forward. There's also a sluice gate that does go into the interior, which he points over here. It is sewage and refuse that does go downhill, but it's a gate that could be able to breathe to go inside.
I'd rather fight the lizards. You're muted, Davina.
I want to know if we could force these angry ass lizards into Fort Rannick and make them a problem for the ogres.
It could be. We were building new barracks for the last couple seasons. He points to this building right here. This is all timber and wood. Most likely, if I take a guess, of the amount of ogres there, probably a large number reside inside there right now. That place is waiting to be lit up like a fire. Whoever's inside will most likely die from this fire, if it can be lit up.
I could definitely, like,
Yup.
yeah,
Yeah.
I could, like, anything you want, building-wise, you want lit up.
We could also put snares all over the place for the ones that do make it out. And
The ones that attacked us, we saw that some of the ogres are the typical kind, stupid brutes. But there were some that were using tactics. There are some intelligent ones, probably the leaders of this group. But I imagine we could lure some out if we want to go that route.
I mean, they gotta leave Fort Rannick occasionally, right? Like for like hunting, or do they hunt?
Most likely.
I mean, the other ones hunted.
They hunt us. And you.
Hmm.
These ogres, they come from Hook Mountain. We've destroyed them 3 decades ago before I joined the Black Arrows. But from all accounts, and even Vale speak up, I was born into the Black Arrows. They have never been able to stage this type of attack before. They all came from Hook Mountain. So they might use this as their new stronghold until they're kicked out.
Oh, I really like the idea of maybe get in there, sneak in there, oil up that barracks and light it up. See how many we can bind. Whoever gets out.
I do
Deal with.
suspect that the keep in the middle, right here,
Yeah.
is where the leaders of these will be. And if Lucretia is as important, if she's around, she could be there as well.
Well then,
What do we do first then?
I mean, our best bet then is to go in through the waterfall, try and force the lizards out, create some chaos, light up the barracks, and then with all of that chaos, try and get into the main area, take out the leader.
But if we start the fire, this might alert them immediately.
I know, right?
Perhaps we should
Well,
go in
but
there
what
and
I'm
still
saying-
stealth.
What I'm saying is, force the lizards into the encampment to start the chaos. And then we'll start the fire, and I can make it look somewhat natural. Freak accident. Like a lightning bolt streaks out of the sky. Whoops.
Well, it's been non-stop rain, so we'll look out of the ordinary then. And as mentioned again, one thing you did here is that it's been raining heavily for the last couple weeks.
Mm-hmm. So if we go in through the waterfall, try and force the lizards into the encampment, create some chaos there. Lightning comes out, sets some buildings on fire. With all of that, we should be able to sneak up into the main encampment, take out the leader.
But they'll be out. That's the problem.
Because they'll be
Maybe.
out dealing with the lizards.
Maybe.
Yeah, they'll be dealing with the lizards, and then they're alerted to something.
How big of a hunting party have you seen go out before? Or have you?
The ones we've encountered before, we killed a few of them on occasion. They're around 3 to 5 or 6. Usually around 4.
And if we could,
I got a dumb idea.
yeah.
Use someone as bait and lure them into a trap and just chip them off a few at a time.
That would probably only work once.
Alright.
Yeah, maybe twice. They might send out a new group with a few more to go look for the 3 that went missing. Or 2.
I mean, I guess the other problem with the lizard, with the waterfall, is we could potentially get hurt before we go in to deal with these guys.
Yeah. And
But
exhausted.
if we do get hurt, we have 2 healers with us.
So these secret tunnels go into the actual base proper, where the leaders are more than likely staying. Is that what you're saying?
It gets in behind completely. The tunnel will exit out just to the north, and he points to right here, just to the outside of the castle, of the fort.
So not in. Is there any way to the inside of the castle other than the front door?
There was, we don't know about it.
Have you seen this? And I pulled up the tattoo that I cut off because I still have it. Have you seen this rune anywhere up there?
No.
Hmm.
How high are the walls?
We saw the rune during the raid, but before that we haven't seen it. We haven't seen it before. But we saw some of the ogres had that.
So what? This is risky. Somebody get the rune tattooed on them. It clearly didn't do anything to that guy, so hopefully it wouldn't do anything to one of us. And try to walk right in.
Okay, so wait, I lied. Yeah, that back passage. There is a entrance that is going to the castle. It goes into the keep.
Okay. So we can get it. We can get in there, behind their back.
Yes.
Complete.
Cut off the heads of the leaders, and then the rest of them don't know what to do.
Run around like chickens.
Yeah, I mean, we can do it in silence too. Just kill them, then come back out, or at the same time set the other thing in place right after we finished.
Well, I mean, if we don't have to damage Fort Rannick, all the better, right?
Sure.
Yeah, but if we can kill 30 ogres in that building with just setting it on
Yeah.
fire.
Fort Rannick is mostly stone. The barracks might be burnt down, but the rest of the structure should be fine.
Okay.
But our goal at the end of this is to rebuild Fort Rannick, continue the Black Arrows.
So knowing that it's been raining for 2 weeks, let's say, am I smart enough to know that a sizable amount of oil is going to still allow that building to light up, even though it might be waterlogged?
Do need a good amount of oil, but yeah, you're able to. With the magic you have, you're able to light on fire if you want to.
Okay, so what do we know about birds? Let's all put our heads together. Does anybody know, like,
What do we know about what?
ogres?
Oh.
Yeah, I'll do a.
They're
What's it
big.
called?
If you want to, it's going to be a recall knowledge. There should be a macro for this now. Let's see if there is. I might have it.
Yeah. Right.
Let me see if this works.
If we can think of something, maybe we can use something to our advantage. I don't know.
Let's see. Sundries, documents, will be books. All right, everyone, if you want to do me a favor, go into the macro directory. Remember, that's the 1 through 0 hotkeys at the bottom. To the left of the 1 hotkey is a photo icon. You should see with a book symbol, recall knowledge. Drag that to your hotbar and then, well, click it.
Wait.
No.
Where is it? Basic macro.
Yep.
Macros?
So the macro directory, there should be one. Actually, I might, give me a second.
Got it.
Actually. Yep, I made it. Yep, to recall knowledge, it looks like a 1 page of a book. Yep, use that to recall knowledge.
I don't see it.
I clicked it.
No, it worked. It's a hidden roll. That's right, we don't have hidden rolls in this game, never mind. Forgot about that. Yeah, so everyone, if they want to, go ahead and tell me what they want to roll for the check. In this case, for them, it's going to be nature.
Oh, that's what I was gonna roll.
Not society.
Sorry, society, yeah.
Oh,
Society is the roll for them.
well, I rolled nature.
I'll use it right now. I'll allow this one.
I'm gonna do society just because I'm way better at it. All right.
I'm not seeing.
Whoa!
Hot damn!
I'm not seeing this macro.
Don't worry about it, Mike, because we don't do hidden rolls in this game. So, Swarmy Society. Alright, so in this case, it'll be good for Fletch. We'll kind of get this information here. So, ogres themselves are just slabs of muscle and hateful intentions for the most part. They are eager for mayhem and murder, and they're quick to even turn on their own kin, even smaller ones, to torment when they're a bit bored. They are a brutish society, full of violence. They do stand around 10 feet tall, and their society is just one of the paste of most sense. They gather together in families and are not really related by blood at all, just by what they're around together. So a lot of incest is normal, which is what you're kind of seeing right now with the older kins. Cool. The most powerful are typically called bosses inside the family itself, all just inbred individuals. And they are dumber than the typical human, but vastly more strong, vastly more powerful.
I don't know the whole lot we could that.
What if we drew them out away from the fort, giving us a chance to slip in? Like, I don't know, make something outside. They're not the smartest things in the world.
The only thing with creating a diversion is then it's a really good chance that everybody's alerted that something's going.
Yeah.
And
I think going in the tunnel to getting to the inside where they don't see us coming, they'll never see us coming. They won't be on guard for that. Whoever's inside the fort, we can take out, I think.
yeah, if there's a way for us to get into the main stronghold of the fort without being noticed, I think we should take it without disturbing anything else around.
You're right. It's too good of a gift to pass up.
Yeah.
The only problem I think will with the lizards is that we of course push them into the fort through the same tunnel that we are trying to get.
No, we're talking about the other one. We're talking about coming in from over here now. We're not talking.
Where's the entrance? Little secret entrance?
It's right here by the waterfall. There's
And that's
hidden
the
tunnels
lizards
that will
are?
go around. Lizards will be there. The tunnel, and he'll scribble down.
And you
The
said you
tunnels
know.
head about this direction. It does exit out to here, but also
Oh.
into the interior.
Oh, you're talking about the I thought we were talking about going the route up above and coming in this way.
The eagle area?
Yeah.
You gotta get up there first.
Well, yeah, but okay.
Okay, so through the waterfall, there's a tunnel that goes into the main area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If we take the eagle area, we have to get there first. It is very, very high in mountains. We can try to climb this, or if anyone here has the ability to fly, it would be the best. If they can take us.
I mean, you'd think Olaf has the ability to fly with as much as he jumps off shit.
I actually can fly. I don't know if I could get everybody up there.
If we go through the area, though, we'll still have to cross the outskirts. We'll have to still cross the courtyard. But the waterfall would be able to pass all that.
And you said that there were plants that you use for these lizards?
Yes. It won't make them docile at all, but we'll push them away from us.
So, like, what do you do with them? Do you, like...
Usually,
Root them
we push
with
them
them, or
outside the waterfall. During mating season, we push them outside the waterfall, and they just come back after a week.
So what if we could use it to push them further in?
Yes. We could push them into the courtyard here, and they will, with the current mating season right now, they will go aggressive against anyone nearby.
That's probably going to help us. I mean, there's our army, a bunch of reptiles.
It should be around 6 of them, last time we counted.
Yeah.
They'll attack us too.
Yes,
Not
if we get the smoke, they won't attack us at all. They won't go near us at all.
If we push them with the plant, then they shouldn't bother us. We just have to get them into the open air. We might have to worry about them afterwards, but I'm sure ogres will probably kill them, but it should hide us and let us get in and do a little stabby.
Well, if we push them out, and then we could catch the place on fire, and then go back and go through the little tunnels, and then pop up in there, So that way they're distracted with the fire and the lizards, and then we can flank them from behind.
Well,
But then they leave the barracks where we can get them easier inside the barracks, I think. Not barracks, inside the castle. I'm hesitant to flush him out of the castle. I want the guys inside the castle to be completely surprised. How do we do that? Do you guys not think that's a better? I mean, if you can kill the leaders before the shit even goes down,
I mean, do you think a leader is going to go out to deal with a lizard?
and a fire, well, maybe not.
Well, if the ogres are really as dumb as we know they are, then a leader should step up to direct them to put out a fire, I would say.
Yeah, if we can kill these guys in their sleep, you know.
We don't necessarily have to start the fire, but even still pushing the lizards out into the courtyard, I mean, I don't think that's going to make them suspect much of anything. Even if the leaders do come out for a moment, it would just be to tell them, hey, get rid of these things, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure they're aware of the lizards, so
Well, maybe not.
Oops.
They don't know about those tunnels back there.
maybe.
I'm fairly certain they don't know about the tunnels.
We could just go with the lizards first and then see what happens. If we can burn down the barracks and kill a lot more of them, then sure, let's do that. But if we don't need a distraction, then we can leave the barracks there.
Yeah, I think we push the lizards.
And then see how it goes from there, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm on board with.
It takes a little while to get there too, right?
Y'all are right here, right now. Oh, I didn't set the actual, Great, give me 1 second. Let's set.
I'm assuming we're gonna like sleep and set out.
That's what I'm asking because I'm pooped.
Yeah.
All that tattoo surgery wore you out.
I mean, the ogres and all the healing to keep people from dying.
Alright, so if you do the actual thing now, it is roughly about 45 miles away, so about 2 days' journey.
Okay, so we have time to sleep. Clearly. Maybe on the way there we see if those guys are still there in the woods. The mercenaries. They might help.
Those guys are. Should we talk about the guys that I think they're south?
Were they further south?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I mean, we could probably send somebody to talk to them, like send them a message, see if they could help. But
They did seem like they were pretty dead set on their own thing.
And if we bring an army and we try to go through the hidden route behind the waterfall, well, they will see an army coming at least.
Yeah.
Disregard that in the chat. Sorry, guys, I clicked the wrong button.
That's okay.
No worries.
All right, well, I guess do we start out now and then just find somewhere to rest along the way? Do we rest here
We do
and
have a
start
room.
out in the morning?
We do have a room here, so
Yeah.
We should probably make use of it while we can.
Agreed.
If you want to, not much because this is a small town, but you can buy any level 4 item that you want from this town. Up to level 4 item.
Well, last game we had some spells that we found.
Who
And
had?
you remember?
Yeah.
One of them, I'm not seeing them in my inventory anywhere. Were they in the party sheet?
It could be in the party donkey that's still around.
Yes, they are.
There's a lot of things in the party donkey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it
In fact,
money
I'll move
all
them all to the
spell
party
book?
sheet now. It'll probably be easier.
There it is. Okay, because I'm like, I know I had fly. Like, Winter just has to eat it, right?
Yeah.
Whoa, what's happening?
I'll put everything in the
He's
party
moving
stash.
it to the
Yeah.
the push P.
Oh. I was like, what?
Yeah, I remember we talked about this because we were talking about like some of the spells because now I
Right.
have the other magic, but I have to have the level to do it.
Yeah.
And you got 2,000 gold, so up to any level 4 item you can just buy off the bat.
I would like to buy a new armor, though.
I mean, that would probably be a good idea.
How do I know what level spells are?
So if you want to, Jen, go to the compendium browser. So everyone at the very... I might actually have a macro for this.
There is a macro for the compendium
Yep.
browser.
There is. Also, a closed book for the image. But you can go into spells in there, and then, yeah.
So, like, whatever level the spell is the item to buy it as a scroll?
Yeah. Oh,
Like
no.
if I were-
So, no. So a scroll, so let's see. Browser, let me go to equipment, let me go to scrolls. So you limit to level 2 scrolls.
Okay, so we had a spell book with spell in it, and then we had a blank one.
Yeah.
What do you use the blank one for?
Yeah. The Mommy Growls has the Cloud Kill, Crushing Despair, Black Tentacles, Fly, Vampiric Touch, and False Life.
I'll kind of write it down.
So, is there anywhere to take Paul to take Fly out of the spell book so I can teach it to Winter?
Essentially, you would take the page from the spellbook, making it a scroll, and then consume it.
Right. You said Winter just has to eat the page.
Yeah.
But can you take it out of the actual... So we know that...
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Oh, like out of the list?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Moving it now. All right, where's Fly? Okay, Fly is out of the spellbook.
Hmm.
If you want to, you can also craft. If you want to spend a bit of downtime, making an item up to your level.
Hmm.
In this place, you'll find up to level 7 crafting formulas.
Like runes, or
Runes will be yeah, you find the means to craft runes up to level 7. You can't buy up to craft it, then make it, so spend downtime. You want to prepare for this raid.
If I wanted to construct another striking snare, or can I only buy them? They're 75 gold.
I'm curling up next to Freya looking at this book with her.
Okay.
Can you do black tentacles?
I think I can.
I just started studying arcane, so I can't. It's gonna be a while before I can do that.
Nope, I can't do it.
Okay, so we hang on to that one.
Mm-hmm.
Which means you probably can't do cloud kill.
Cloud kill, I can.
You can.
Mm-hmm. But it's a level 5, and it's a little bit high for me right now. I feel like I could definitely learn to do this, but I don't know how to do it right now. I feel like I can figure it out.
Right. Yeah, same. Like with the black tentacles, like I could learn it, but I can't. I won't be able to put it to use.
So one change I did too as well. So I'm incorporating the rules of the remaster of Pathfinder 2. So before, to craft took at least 4 days. Then they had the crafting rules. They updated this to now, if you have no formula, it's 2 days. If you have the formula, it's 1 day to start crafting items.
So with my cauldron and being a master in crafting, how many health potions could I make us before we take off to head towards the fort? Master or expert? One or the other. Expert crafting.
You can make up to, as long as you get the formulas, you can make up to level 9 items in 1 day. Both the, I know what you're talking about with the cauldron. Let's see, let's see what the cauldron does with this real quickly.
Question: how many free actions do you get per turn? 1?
3 actions per turn.
Free.
Mm-hmm.
Free.
Free.
Free action.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you get 1 free action. Or you get as many as you want free actions.
Are you sure?
As long as it makes sense in the narrative sense. If it takes more than a couple seconds, then probably not. So it's just something that makes common sense, essentially.
Alright, so with a quick burst of laughter, you prolong a magical effect. Sustain a spell as a free action.
Yeah, so you sustain a spell without spending any actions. Typically, to sustain a spell, you spend action to do this. So this allows you to do it for free.
Right, so like if I cast Fly, and then the next turn I want to sustain Fly and cast Fly again, and then the next turn I want to sustain Fly twice and cast Fly again.
So essentially, you get one free sustain. So if you want to do 2 flies, you spend 1 action to sustain. So
That's what I was
you could
saying, it's
sustain
only
4
3
flies
actions.
total.
I could do that.
4 total.
Okay, interesting.
So it'd be all 3 actions and the cackle.
Okay.
Okay, so Jen, it looks like the new, the level 1 cauldron feat that gives you a cauldron it gives you an extra when you make a batch, because now it's only 1 day to make them. But if you're master proficiency, you can make 2 free potions per day every morning. That lasts for 24 hours.
So I'm an expert.
Okay, so you make
What can I
1.
do?
You can make for free 1 potion per day. If you want to craft, you can make a batch of 4 potions in 1 day, if you have the formula. In 2 days, if you don't have the formula.
I have the formula.
1 day you can make 4 potions.
4 potions plus the 1 for free.
Yes.
So I could make 5 before we set out.
In 1 day, yes. If you spend 1 day just crafting, yes.
Because we're going tomorrow, right, you guys?
Yeah.
So it'd be 1 full day, not just like 1 night. So we'd spend 24 hours making stuff. So if you go by like right now, which is currently the 10th at 5 o'clock, you would probably go on the 12th in the morning. If you start right now, you'll be done on the 11th at 5 o'clock, essentially. You wouldn't theoretically be crafting for 24 hours. You take breaks and sleep. You'd be crafting, but time-wise, it'd go for 1 full day.
And we're wanting to leave in the morning. Or are we wanting to leave tonight? Guys?
I
I
think
mean-
in the morning would be the best.
How far is Fort Rennick from here?
About a day and a half.
Jesus.
It's about 50 miles, so day and a half to get there.
Yeah, we might as well leave in the morning. So we can get some shopping done, and I could make 1 potion.
1 potion, for free, yes, per day. That only lasts for 24 hours, so you can't stock them up. But you can craft for 1 day if you have the formula to craft. If you don't have the formula, it'll be 2 days. So you can
Yeah, I
craft
have
up to level 9 items in 2 days, or level 7 items in 1 day. If you want to buy a new formula.
I have the formula.
Okay, then 1 day.
I have healing potion moderate.
1 day will make 4 of them. But again, here's where the thing comes back in. You're paying full price. Every day you spend after, you reduce it up to half price. But right now, it'd be spending full price. This is a way to buy items that are past level
I
4.
got 1 for free.
Yeah. You get 1 for free no matter what. But, so what I'm talking about right now, Jen, don't include the 1 for free. That's just for free. Whatever you craft for the batch of 4, you're just paying full price for it in 1 day, though.
Okay, so it cost me 200 gold 4 times?
Yeah.
So it'd be 800 gold for me to make.
In 1 day, yeah, 800 gold. Now, here's where the thing comes in. If you want to spend more days, you can reduce it to half price, but you're going to spend, like, maybe a week to do that. You're making for making a moderate healing potion?
Yeah, how much does it sell for? Like, if we were to buy it in a shop, how much does
No,
a moderate...
a moderate healing potion is only 50 gold, Jen. So it's only going to be 200 gold for 4 of them. Not 800.
Oh, it's got... Okay, so the way it's set up in my thing is it's got it... It's 200 gold total to do
Yes.
4 of them.
Yes.
But we can just buy the potions at the same price?
It's level 6. You can buy level 4 items here. It's a limit.
No, okay, but what I'm saying is normally, like, if we want a healing potion, we could just go to a store and buy one. There's no point in me crafting them. It doesn't save me anything. It just
So,
takes extra time.
the point in crafting is twofold. This town is level 4. It means you can't buy above level 4 items, which means you couldn't buy the healing potion at all. So at this point in time, crafting is needed. If you want to make it cheaper, because healing potion is level 6, that's why. You couldn't even buy them here. If you don't have any here, it's too high level for this town. If you want to make it cheaper, you spend time crafting. So in one day, it's full price. Every day afterwards, you reduce it by like 3 or 4 gold until you get to half price. So if you're in like a level 10 settlement, then just buy the potion because it's going to be the same price, unless you want to craft it to make it cheaper.
Which means the feats that I take for this cauldron thing are less at that point. But
well, how often are you going to be in a settlement that's higher than your level? Not often this campaign. I'll say that right now. Right now, it's going to be typical. You go back to Magnamar, yeah, but you're not going to be in the main town this campaign for a lot of it.
well, I don't know how much downtime either. I mean, it's fine. It is what it is.
What's it? Downtime right now? So downtime used to be a week. Now it's like a day. So it's much more simplified now. Yeah, if anything, Jen, your crafting stuff is much more useful now than it was before. Because it's much faster to craft now compared to before. Yeah, the one thing they did was take a lot of the feedback that people didn't like crafting, and reworked it to make it more feasible and lucrative. Not lucrative, but more feasible and wanting for players.
I don't think they quite got there, but
How so? What do you think it should be?
I think it should be less. If you're crafting it yourself, I think the price should.
Well, I say it can. You spend time doing it.
I don't want to spend. When you're playing a game though, and like we have things that we need to do, like go rescue this fort, I'm not going to be like, okay, everybody, we got to wait 3 days.
Then you pay the full price.
Which means to me, I feel like they haven't quite gotten there yet. Just my opinion.
Okay.
But what do you guys want to do? You guys want to go to bed early and head out early in the morning, or?
Well, if you can buy stuff, I would like to buy a new armor at least and have my +1 transferred over to it. But I don't know how long that will take.
How long does it take me to do that?
1 day. It's all downtime you're doing right now. Buying stuff is fine, but runes is going to be transferring. That's going to be a time frame.
Would it be 1 day to transfer runes and 1 day for the potions, or could I do them both in 1 day?
If it's on a rune stone, if you craft the rune, you can do it part of the process in 1 day. But if you take it from a sword to another sword, it's going to be 1 day of downtime for you. It'll be 2 days at that point in time. Do the potions and that. Yeah, I'm trying to say right now. Right now, downtime is much more easy to have in the campaign. There's no problem having downtime right now for a few days to do this stuff. If you go like a month, the thing is going to probably happen. But if you go a couple days, there's going to be nothing happening. So it's a good opportunity right now to do a bit of crafting. Make the potions, do the runes, craft some armor. It's a good time to do that right now in 1, 2, 3 days.
I was going to say, how much of a difference is a couple? And I'm looking at our Black Arrow folks. How much, what is a couple of days going to make difference-wise?
A couple days, not much. But the faster we do this, the better.
Well,
so I would say above table, I'll give you 3 days with nothing progressing story-wise.
My concern too is like, well, I guess it said that at the we know that Lucretia is planning some sort of ritual, so I would hate for that to happen while we're.
Is it 3 days in town and then we leave? Or is it 1 day in town and 2 days of travel?
I'll give you 3 days of downtime with nothing happening. If you want to go past that, we will let things progress naturally. But to give you an idea of how the new mechanics work for downtime, I'll let you have this easily. Because I don't want you to feel that downtime should never happen in a game. This should definitely, especially in this campaign, because again, it goes back to the idea that unless you go to a big settlement that's higher level than you, you're going to be crafting for items that you want for your level. Because right now, as mentioned, this town, you are level 8 right now. You can only buy level 4 items, so crafting is going to be the best way to get items right now for yourself. So 3 days will be fine for get items, crafting, stuff like that.
If we're spending the time in town to do that stuff, those of us that don't really have any crafting capabilities,
You can earn income, try to make some money, do some other stuff.
I actually like to do a little bit of the story and maybe see if I can get a boat and maybe some help with a little reconnaissance of that shipwreck.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll allow that.
Of the casino.
I'll just be in my room.
Okay. You want to go on a treasure hunt to the bottom of Clay Bottom Lake?
I would love to. I have a lot of abilities to be able to do that, but otherwise.
All right, so Jen's gonna be crafting. Looks like I'm about to say Leo. Damn it, I go on names again in this campaign. All right, Fletch is gonna be doing some exploration. So, Divina, what do you want to do?
I'm thinking about maybe doing a little bit of shopping to find stuff that would help us. So if Freya's going to spend time crafting and might make some potions, that would be great. And then maybe I can go see if there's anything else that might be useful, whether that's to me or maybe someone else. I'm thinking consumable types, and then I know Olaf said he wanted to do armor. So definitely looking at some shopping.
Okay.
Making
So, well, I work with Jen. What you can do is, again, mention you can buy any item level 4 or below in the compendium. That is not rare. Anything up to level 7 to craft. It's actually the blueprints or the formulas for it.
Okay.
Can you move this rune from this leather armor to my breastplate?
Today.
Takes a day. But I can.
Never mind then.
No, I can do it. I just have to pay full price for the potions at that point. I was going to use 2 days on the potions, but I can do a day on armor, a day on armor, and full price and a day on.
I have 5 gold.
That's fine. I mean, I think we have plenty of gold in the party stash.
Yeah, we got almost 3,000 gold. I think we're all good right now for that.
Oh.
Yeah, in this game, Fletch, we just put everything in the party stash and just pull from it whenever we need.
Oh. Well, I'd like to buy, so I can get a level 4 stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'd like to get a couple of biting snares then.
Sure. Yeah. Get them.
All right. They're 15 gold a pop. Oh, hell, I've got enough. I've already got gold. No, I had gold.
Do I have to roll anything, Paul?
For which thing?
For all the crafting stuff?
Yeah, because it could fail.
Oh boy.
What happens if I crit succeed? Anything?
Let's see. Where's crafting? I think they're cheaper. I think you actually will make it cheaper at that point in time.
Michelle, did you see my message?
No, I didn't. Hang on. Yeah, I know. I'm fine. I said till 11:30 my time.
I thought you said 9:30.
11:30 my time.
What time is it? Your time right now? 11?
Almost 10.
Okay. I thought you said 9:30.
Okay, so Jen, on a critical success, all it does is makes it the base price still, but every day you spend after the first day does make it a lot more cheap to make to eventually half price.
So crit success gets me nothing?
For if you do it for one day, no. I know the reason why they did this because of Pathfinder 1 and even in 3.0 edition D&D, you could break the economy by crafting and doing that. So they made it now. It's not feasible unless you spend time doing it, which is the reason why they did this.
Or people. So, okay.
I know you don't enjoy it, but that's the way it is.
No, just the asshole players who wanted to take advantage of the system
Yeah.
ruined it for everybody.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. It's always people that ruined it for someone else.
Did I just roll those now?
Yeah, go for it.
What am I rolling? Just 3 different crafting checks?
Mm-hmm. You spend 3 days crafting potions?
No.
Oh, so 3. Okay, I see. Yeah, all right. So let's do the potions first.
So for the armors, I can't do both of those in the same day, right? They each are going to take their own day?
Yeah. Okay. First one goes off without a hitch.
That's for Olaf's armor.
Okay.
Now I'll do a fool's armor.
Also goes off without a hitch.
Okay, come on. That is like a double crit success. Come on.
I mean, it's good. 35 is really damn good. Good.
So could I just like do that in the same day that I did Olaf's? Give me something here. I am dumb. Is that a success or a fail?
That is a success. I'll tell you what, because of that ridiculously roll for your second roll, I'll give you one extra potion.
So I have 6.
Yeah.
Woo!
And they're permanent, right?
Yes. Well, the one is not, but the 5 of them will be permanent. The one you get for free is only for 24 hours. So.
That's why I did the potions last, by the way.
Yep.
So I give a healing potion to Fletch, Olaf, and a cool, and then I keep 3.
Okay.
So you guys do healing potion moderate. Fletch, Olaf, and a cool. Put a moderate healing potion near your inventory.
And yeah, Jen, to give you an example, every day you spent crafting these potions besides the first day would be reduced by 4 gold per day. Potentially 5 gold to critical success.
Okay.
Alright, so while these 3 days pass as Freya is just bubbling away with the cauldron and transferring runes, Divina as well as looks like Olaf are doing a bit of shopping. What are you doing there, Cool?
Oh, I was just doing the armor.
You need to be there for that. then we'll go
Alright.
with
I'm just preparing for battle.
okay, fantastic. Then it'll be our little excursion to the depths of the water for Fletch. So Fletch, you're gonna be grabbing a boat, which you'll get one easy enough here. And you want to go ahead and go to the middle of Clay Bottom Lake.
Paul, how
Yeah,
do
I
I
like to
get rid of
either
gold?
one of these. Go
Sorry,
ahead.
what, Jen?
How do I get rid of gold for party stash?
At the top of it should be a button that says like plus and minus. Do you see that?
No.
Oh, I'll do it then. So was it 200 gold?
Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay. All right, removed.
For me, there should be 58 gold removed, I believe.
Here, do me a favor next time. Just put in chat what you need to reduce. All right, Fletch, back to you.
Yeah, I was going to see if one or two of the Black Arrows want to come with me. They're interested in figuring out this person, if they're alive or dead.
I'm
Lucretia.
curious. You see Vale. Vale is, yeah, I'll go. But Cardos, not quite a fan of water. I'll stay here.
Okay. All right. Rent a boat.
So you and Vale get a boat, and you start making your way out towards the middle of Clay Bottom Lake where they said it burnt down. After about, let's say, 2-3 hours of getting out there, it's on kind of calm waters right now, and you do, well, just look down. You don't see anything right now. You see Vale turn to you. Well, if it's down there, it's going to be deep.
Yeah. How long can you hold your breath?
For a little bit.
I don't have any special skills in that respect, but I suppose I'd like to at least swim down and see if I can spot it before I run out of air and then head back up.
All right, best way to do this. You can hold your breath equal to number of rounds of 5 plus your con modifier. What's your con modifier?
My con modifier is +3.
So, let's see. That's not right. I guess in combat you can hold it for 8 rounds, but 18 seconds seems kind of odd for this. So I'm gonna say it will be relevant if it needs to be relevant. All right, so both of you take in breaths, and you both go over the side of the boat into the water.
Yep.
Okay. So you both go off and you start to swim. The water itself is a little bit clear, but it gets definitely the darkened atmosphere as you get deeper and deeper. You see there's some small schools of fish that do move away as you get near. You can see what seems to be a couple of moderate-sized snapping turtles just kind of move away very, very quickly. Go ahead and give me a athletics roll there, Fletch.
All right.
Just found something that would have helped you with that, Fletch.
I'm not the best at athletics.
Well,
You are today.
Apparently can roll.
you're a fish today. All right. So with that natural 20, you and Vale swim down and down, and you get to around, we'll say, like 30, 35 feet under the water, and you do see the parts of this large barge, this ship. The Paradise, as it was called. In fact, you can still see a bit of stenciling that still says on the side of it. The rest of it has been burnt. You can definitely tell that this was burnt, as the damage that does show on it. And when you do, you can see that there are some schools of fish that are around. Go ahead and give me a perception roll. God
Holy
damn.
shit.
All right, you're definitely gonna be a master of this one. It looks like. All right, so as you're taking a look, Fletch, be able to the way it splits, it kind of did the Titanic thing of split in half as it kind of rested down. giving you very easy access to the middle of it. Now, not much is remaining because it did catch on fire, and so what you do find is, unfortunately, a number of bodies and skeletons. I guess it'd be bodies still, down here. But as you take a look around, you don't see anyone that would give you the idea would be Lucretia.
As I've suspected.
What you have heard is that Lucretia definitely dressed elegantly in very, very expensive, elaborate clothing. You can see the clothing that are still kind of around that's starting to deteriorate, but no one that gives the idea that there is a very, very well-dressed woman down here.
All right. That's pretty much the most information I was looking for there. Any shiny things?
Give me another perception roll.
Pushing my luck here.
Okay, maybe 3 in a row.
Not that time.
Yeah.
Still pretty
All
good.
right, as you are taking a look around for anything that might be valuable, you indeed do see something. Go ahead and roll me a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll me a d6 there, Jim. All right. Now, do me a favor, and I'm going to do this. On screen. You do find something down there. I'll put it in the party stash in a moment. All right, it's in the party stash under equipment. You find what looks like a cane that is partly buried, and you do pick it up and you look at it. And as you do, you see swimming forward is a very, very large snapping turtle. Um, One of the ones you saw before that's probably around maybe 600-700 pounds.
Oh God. Okay. Look is
Is swimming. You see Vale is and kind of like motions for you to get the hell
No.
out as this thing comes swimming towards both of you. Go ahead and give me a athletics check real quickly, please. You lucky SOB. This thing comes swimming forward. I got a plus 20. I rolled a fucking 24. And so this thing comes
Jeez.
towards you, and maybe because you went between like the parts of the ship, and so it gets caught on like, and maybe it blows through parts of the ship, destroying more of the ship underwater. As it goes to bite you, and just gets nearby where you get onto the boat, and it just kind of surfaces there, just watching you before Vale takes his sword and kind of slashes the head of it, and it rears up a little bit and it just kind of swims backwards, and it just kind of sinks back under the water.
Okay.
Can't believe you beat me on that roll. Hot damn.
Yeah. Did he?
On a friggin' I don't know, a 4. All right, and you get back to town.
All right. I'll inform the gang. Said I looked pretty good, and she's not down there. So Lucretia's not down in that shipwreck. We found it. Found this thing.
If someone wants to identify that, can give me a Arcana, Nature, Occultism, or Religion roll if you're trained.
Yeah, I'll do Arcana.
While I'm shopping, can I sell stuff?
Yes, half
in
price.
my-
Mhm.
Half price?
Mhm. Fletch, you got no idea what that is. Aku, have no idea what that is. Olaf, definitely has no idea what that is. Guess it'll be on Jen when she gets back.
Sure, it would be nice if we had someone that could identify this.
Consider crafting. Somebody bring it over to her?
Yeah.
Arcana, nature, occultism, or religion?
What am I trying to identify? What does it look like?
It's a staff. It's a cane.
A piece of wood.
Is it made of wood?
It is. No, made of metal.
A spell guard blade is worth that much? Lovely.
Freya knows what it is. All right, I'm identifying it right now. There you go.
Before I do it, can anybody else use a spell guard blade?
What's it do?
The guard of this +1 striking main is inscribed with eldritch glyphs that guard against magic. When you're benefiting from the +1 circumstance bonus to AC from this weapon's parry trait, you also apply that circumstance bonus to your saving throws against spells that target you.
I'm good.
I literally have 2.
I mean, you could give it to me. We could be like twinsies.
I mean, I could, or I could sell it
We could do that.
and get things like cheetah elixirs, which you set me loose on that compendium. Now I have a list.
Uh-oh. All right, let's do this.
Where is it?
Let's take my break real
What is it
quick.
called?
Yep.
It's the Silver Snake Cane.
Oh,
All right, be back.
What's
well, I guess I don't think I can. I'm not a magic person, so. Yeah.
Definitely gonna keep that. Why was I not wanting that the whole time? Jeez. We're gonna equip that one. Okay. Okay.
Joe.
Yes. Baby.
It's a
So
boy.
good.
It's a boy.
I know. I know. I'm sure Jenny's told you, but I've just been sending her boy names. Like I sent her a whole list,
I've seen a couple of them.
and then I sent her some more because she said that you vetoed one of them. Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm still a fan of Hunter. I also liked Maverick. Weird, interesting.
Just love Grayson.
I think Grayson's a really cute name.
Could call him Gray for short.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I stopped that real quick.
You don't like Grayson, huh?
Mm-mm.
Well, you're a party pooper.
Yep.
Where did it go? Where did it go? Did it go into my consumables? It did. Alright. 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 Come on, catch up. I need to see how many I've bought. I'm gonna make sure we're good, y'all. Screw this black hair.
For all of us.
Oh yeah.
That's nice. Because I'm
Because you're what?
stuck inside and can't go shopping.
Oh yeah, I'm getting stuff. I'm gonna come back and show you all of the goodies.
So, Jenny, you can go shopping. Don't spend literally 24 hours doing nothing but crafting. Yeah, still a time where you live your life still. You can go craft. You can go buy if you want to.
Nope. Can't sleep, can't eat, can't shop.
You can't do anything.
You have to call it for 24 hours every day.
If I choose to literally just stay in my room and craft, could it be cheaper?
No. Not letting you game it. It went from 4 days to 1 day, Jen. You should be happy at least with that.
We got tons of gold. Just spend it.
These cards are so cool, you guys. I don't know if you can tell, but they're like shimmery.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah, I can see that.
I like them.
They're big.
They're like really cool.
They are.
Kind of like it.
Awesome.
Hmm.
What one?
Lincoln.
I like Lincoln.
It's a dwarf with a mug in the air.
Call him Link for short, like Zelda.
Yeah. Hell yes.
Oh, you're just stealing the name of my cat.
Hell yes. Chris vetoed one that I sent you too.
Which one?
Declan. He was like, I don't like.
I actually really liked Silas too, but
Also, that one got vetoed.
I almost named my middle kid's middle name Lincoln, and it was going to be because all of our kids have the same initials, the same as me and my ex-wife, JLTs, JL Lincoln. But we ended up giving his grandfather's middle name Lamar. But it would have been Lincoln if he'd have been born. His C-section was scheduled a week before Lincoln's birthday instead of on Lincoln's birthday, which would have been really cool.
Right.
Right.
My family's from Lincoln, Nebraska, so.
Oh, I know that. I mean, I did know that, but I didn't put that together. So cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Keyleth. Marisha.
Marisha?
He said, what about Bo?
I mean, I thought of Bo too, and then I immediately went, but that's like Beauregard.
Mm-hmm.
And that's immediately what they're gonna think of if I recommend Bo. So I'm not gonna say Bo.
Yeah.
All right. Jay, if you want to buy something, you can buy something. But if we're all ready, we can head on out of this town.
Do it.
I assume we do rest for the full HP as well.
You've had 3 days. Yeah, everyone take full HP.
Oh, and spells and everything too.
Yeah.
I guess I should draw a new card for today, huh?
You should.
It's looking.
I'm gonna rest a couple times. That'll get me my HP back. There we go.
The keep.
Nice. What's it do?
Well, it is a brain hammer. So it just will depend on what I pull from there for my spells and stuff. On what it will do.
What's this chest here, Paul? It's got stuffs in it.
Oh, it's merchant.
Oh, okay.
It might be things that are above level 4. Yep, it is.
Ooh, hammers is like the best card I'm gonna draw.
So this merchant has special things you can buy above level 4. And it has level 3
It even
spells.
has healing potions.
Cheaper.
Well, mine are better though.
Yeah,
Oh,
those are like.
But don't yours only last like 24 hours?
No.
Just one.
Oh.
Lawbringer's lasso. What is this? That was neat.
Ooh, demon dust.
Yeah, that's slippery. That rope of climbing is pretty sweet. Does anybody have anything like that already?
Yeah.
Yes, they're right here.
Yep, she does.
All right.
She's got built-in ropes of climbing.
I got built in.
Gotcha.
She's built different.
Yeah.
I am built different. Yeah. Little creepy, you know.
But in like an adorable way. It's so awkward, and I love it.
Okay. So while we're doing this, I'm gonna like tell you guys what I got. Guys, I got stuff.
What did you just buy? What did
Oh,
you
yeah.
buy?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, first of all, I bring out like 5 potion bottles, and I say, I got these. They're called cheetah potions.
Oh.
Handy for movement, supposedly. So that might be really good. I got one for each of us. And then I got this stuff called shielding salve. So I'm gonna put it on everybody when we get close, and then it acts like a shield on you. Right? And then I got some fun things for myself that like I can use from a distance, like flinging bubbles.
That sounds fun.
Oh, and I think I got a healing poof cloud, so I can use that like I use mine.
Cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So are we all putting a cheetah potion in our...
Yes. I will drop them into the stash. And I realized this whole entire time I should have been wearing the Medusa mask that we took off Zanisha. Why I was wearing the demon mask, I don't know. I'm intimidating anyways. Look at me. Cheetah elixirs.
So this soundtrack you're playing right now, Paul.
Yeah.
This is from the original Baldur's Gate
Yeah.
game.
This just makes me have goosebumps every time I hear it.
Scream this song, like
Yeah. Just in that intro music in the main screen. Yeah, absolutely.
Is it lesser, greater, or minor?
Lesser. I put them in the stash.
Oh yeah, if I use it, I have the base movement speed of everyone else.
And then there's the shield. And then I forgot. Freya, I got you gifties.
You did?
I did. They had this thing called a cantrip deck. Because I know you like cards. So I got one for you. The full deck.
A cantrip deck?
Uh-huh.
What does it do?
You can cast like, I don't know, a couple dozen cantrips just off of a card. Just basic cantrips, but it could come in handy.
That seems kind of cool. It's an actual deck of cards, though?
Yep.
Oh.
Here, I'll put it. I'll put it in the stash for you, and then because I don't want you to get hurt. I also got an invisibility potion for you.
For me?
Mhm.
Well, shouldn't you have that?
I have one. I sold one of my wands, and I sold a necklace. And then just like my Espelgard blade that I had, so I was able to buy all of this stuff out of my own gold. And I still have gold left.
Are you sure I should take this?
Yep, I have one.
Should we give it to one of the boys?
I don't know. Do you think that they could use basic cantrips?
No, the invisibility potion. No, that the deck is cool. I'm keeping that.
Oh, I don't know. We could. Boys, who wants to be invisible?
Oh.
But that
That's
also
not-
means like I can't see you. So
That's true.
Well, let's hold off until we get there.
Yeah, what if we just let Dancer carry it, and if somebody needs it,
cool.
or I could carry it because if somebody needs it, Winter could get it to him. All right.
All right, real
I'll
quick.
hold it.
Everyone look at the party stash. Does it have the option for the coins to plus and minus now?
It does now.
Yes.
Awesome, cool.
Yep.
All right, now for future games, everything on Dancer is just party stash, which means if you're in a dungeon and in Dancer's not with you, what's on this sheet is not with you at all. So
Okay.
take what you want on your character sheet when we go exploring into a place that Dancer can't be with you.
So can you give us a quick refresher on bulk and encumbered and all that? I'm
So
showing encumbered.
if you are over encumbered, I do believe you get penalties to a lot of your stuff. Let's see.
Also, I'm gonna go ahead and sell the treasure that's in our party stash because it's just extra gold.
Okay.
So if you are over encumbered, you become clumsy 1, it looks like, which gives you a -1 to all of your dex-based checks, and I think strength as well as giving you a -10 to your speed.
And that's if you go over your max bulk.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so
Let
I'm
me
still
see.
okay then. Mine says encumbered 5.
Oh, no, okay, so no.
Wasn't.
You are encumbered at 5. You can't carry more than 10. You're over 3 encumbrance, Jim.
I'm over
So
by
that's-
3?
No, Jim is over by 3 encumbrance.
Oh,
I got too much shit here.
Yeah. But you got a strength of 10. That's what happens.
Probably all these snares I bought. What are these? How much are these? It doesn't say. Yeah, there's no bulk on that.
It
So
could be the
8L.
arrows. Let me see. Drop your
That's a
arrows
lot.
real
Oh, that's-
quickly.
Yeah.
You
that's-
got a massive amount of arrows on you right
Holy
now, I
frick.
think.
I don't even need that many arrows. I won't go through that many arrows in
That's
the
not
whole
the
game.
campaign. Many arrows.
All right, let's just throw some of these back here.
Who didn't grab the shield itself?
I have.
So yeah, we're definitely gonna keep track of encumbrance. So everyone, make sure on your character sheet we have carried bulk, and then / encumbrance, and then max bulk. Max is you can't go past that. If you're at your encumbrance though, you get clumsy 1. So keep that in mind.
Arrows and boy, I don't need that many torches either. 5L for that. Wow. 1 torch is 1L.
I think 5L is 1 bulk.
Yeah, I don't need that many torches. I need 1 torch. What I need. Only ever
Yeah,
need 1.
I think it's all your snares, Jim. That's giving a lot of the weight.
Well, the snares show 0 bulk, and they show a line for bulk.
No, they do.
I have healing potion is 1L. Yeah, there's some L's here. Oh, water skin. Federal torch.
Yeah, better run with it. We get to it.
Yeah.
All right. While he's doing that, I guess we can start moving across the landscape.
Mm-hmm.
All right, if there's anything you want to do before we head on out, do it now, as we are going. Okay. So we start our journey away from Turtleback Ferry. Heading our way, as we do leave the town behind, the first thing that you're definitely going to notice is that it's still been raining pretty heavily. And you're starting to see as the water's been starting to kind of really swell around the banks of Clay Bottom Lake, the river itself. It's starting to get a little more, just a little more humid and muddy as you're trekking across the landscape. You eventually do get past that bridge, back to where that area with the Grawl farm was. You can just get out of the Krieg Woods. And as you do, you see more of an incline. The entire time it's been a bit of an incline. You can see the Wyvern Mountains before you, as well as Hook Mountain. And you see that river that does kind of flow downwards towards Turtleback Ferry. And as you're up here, we need to do a bit of a camp. So, someone needs to give me a survival roll to find a suitable campsite.
Who's our survivalist here?
I can do it. I'm trained.
I'm trained also. But isn't there? Okay, that's the best we got.
Forgot to do.
No masters, no.
No.
That could give us a guaranteed 20.
Well, I have
Well,
something to help, Paul. If I use this, could we use this to help with?
Use which
This
thing?
is a really cool spell.
Oh. I'll give you, with this spell, I'll give you +2 to the roll.
Okay, I'll do it then.
So it looks like you can heighten the spell. Every spell level you use, I'll give you +1 after the initial 2.
Okay.
This is survival.
Hey, Paul.
Yes.
In that Monogrow's spell book, there's Vampiric Touch. Would I be able to learn that? I know I can't learn tentacles, and I can't learn the cloud one because I'm not leveled enough for it, but that one said it was a level 3. But it's also got divine on it, and I'm obviously
Yeah, then you can learn it.
Level 3. Okay.
All right, Freya, tell us about the campsite you found.
Describe the wilderness to me a little bit.
All right, so we've just left the Krieg Wood. To where now we have more of slight mountainous terrain, hills that go elevated-wise towards Fort Rannick. We do have the river to our west that is really, really now muddy terrain for the most part. So you might want to find like a dry spot since we're out of the Krieg Wood. And yeah, it's just kind of mountainous terrain right now with the river system to the east of us. A lot of hills, a lot of rocky terrain.
Okay. Yeah, definitely we'll find a dry spot kind of near a hill, and I'll put the tree right there by the hill to provide some cover for us, and we'll have some stuff to eat. And because I think it creates like nuts and fruits and stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, but only for one person. So maybe just for dance. It's nuts and fruit for dancer.
Well, you heightened it, didn't you?
No.
Oh.
No, I just cast it at level 1. I can't heighten spells. I have to prepare them in a higher slot. It's Pathfinder's a little different. I can't just take it and, like, I have certain spell slots, and I gotta put a spell into the slot.
Okay, Vampiric Touch learned, so we can take that one off that book, by the way. What are you saying, Mike?
Names pointing.
All right, the campsite is set up. We're going to go ahead and getting ready for our camp.
Now, are the guys with us? The two Black Arrow guys? Are
Yes,
they with
two
us?
Black guys with
Okay.
you. Shalela's with you as well. Everyone is currently here. Right. Whoever's doing watch, set yourself in order on this page here, please.
Ooh. I mean, I don't mind taking first watch.
All right, I'll relieve you.
I mean, there's enough of us. We could do it in pairs.
Yeah. I would
Freya-
mind that set of eyes.
Freya will watch with you because she wants to thank you
Right.
for the.
Move yourself on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put yourselves. Order watch.
Can we do that, Paul? Can we go in pairs?
Yeah, if you want to.
Since we have plenty of people.
You do have plenty of people.
I mean, how many watches do we need? Yeah. There you go.
Watch is fine. All right. And so as all of you prepare for the next day, it is to you, Davina and Freya. How do you do your watch? Around the campsite that was found by Freya.
I'm just kind of sitting there, keeping an eye on the edges of the area around us, looking for like eyes that catch firelight or sounds. Looking down at my new spell that I just learned, putting to memory.
All right. Freya, what about you?
I've got the deck of cards that Davina got me in my hand. I'm just sitting next to her, also kind of looking. These are really cool, very thoughtful. Thank you very much.
I mean, I saw your other cards, and I thought, a deck of cards, that would be nice. They had hero cards there, but I figured you probably had all of them, so I got you cantrip cards.
Yeah, I actually have. Jim, what is that thumbs up thing that keeps popping up on your?
Yeah, I do
No
see
idea.
that.
Does anyone else see it?
I haven't seen it. I'm wondering what it is.
It's a
I'm
little
not
thought
doing it.
bubble comes up, and it does a thumbs up in a thought bubble.
Where I'm not doing it on purpose, whatever it is.
It's been doing it all day.
So you got good ideas.
I'll see if I can catch a screenshot of it the next time it does it.
I saw it flash. I'm like, what
Yeah.
the hell is that?
Yeah.
It's been
You're
happening
just-
since you joined.
I think it's when you're sitting idle for a while.
I have to Google that one real quick here.
Hit the word thought bubble.
So I'll take out my cards, show them to you.
Yeah.
And I do have a set, and they're like a very sharp metal, like glossed over metal. They have like little gold filigree inlaid into them. They're like a really set, and I'm like, be careful, the edges are sharp.
Oh, these are cool.
Everything I do is based on these cards.
Yeah, they had some decks there. They had a couple of decks, but I figured you know what you're doing and you probably have all of them. But I thought maybe you didn't have all those cantrips.
I
So,
do. No, this is actually really cool. I was trying to kind of figure it out, and all I have to do is think of a cantrip, and it will.
pull for
Like-
card.
I'll think of the light cantrip, and then I flip the card over and just sort of, how does this work? I would say because I toss cards, I kind of toss it into the air and just touch, I don't know, like something next to us and just light it up.
Wow.
I didn't have that.
Well, now you do. And so do I.
Oh. Well, it looks like I can only use it once.
That's okay. I have one.
Oh, interesting.
Save some of those.
Yeah. So how do I remove this?
Ooh. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
23. Can you only use the can you only use the cantrip once?
The cantrip decks have 5 cantrip cards inside it.
Oh, I bought a full pack.
Yeah, mine had 24.
Oh, damn, okay, never mind.
Yeah. I saw the 5 and then I was like, ooh, but the 24.
Because that's a new item.
I get. You said anything level 4 and below. I went ham.
Okay. Both of you go ahead and give me a perception roll.
Forgot where to find perception. Oh, that's on the side, right?
Yep.
There it is. Okay.
It's on the side.
I'm gonna hero point that. I don't like it. I feel like I rolled kind of low. Okay, better.
All right. As you look around, Davina, you're paying attention. You both are doing the watch with Freya and yourself. You don't see too much, Davina, but Freya, you hear some wolves howl in the distance. You can hear the water. There's still rain falling. It just kind of stopped for a little bit. You can see the moon behind the clouds in the sky for a little bit before they kind of get covered once more. And the rain does kind of just drop a little bit upon the terrain itself. But ultimately, nothing does happen. How do you two wake up our next group of individuals, that being Olaf as well as Akul?
Okay, which one do you want to wake up?
I don't think Akul likes it very much. I'll wake up Olaf.
Okay. And I
Okay.
literally hop over and I jump on Akul's chest. Wakey, wakey, butthead!
Oh. Oh.
I just sort of tap Olaf on the shoulder and
She picked Olaf. That left me with you. I'm sorry, you got me. Wake up.
Oh, it's our turn already? Alright.
I'm up.
Okay, good. Good night.
Good night.
Akul and
And-
Olaf.
Davina sleeps like the dead. Literally sleeps like the dead.
Gotcha. How do you two do your watch?
So I'll find a spot to sit, and he's gonna be kind of restless. Like the knees can be bouncing. You know, he's pretty excited for the upcoming events of trying to take over a fort or take it back. So he's just kind of giddy. But yeah, I'll just find a spot and keep an eye out.
I'm just sitting next to the campfire, just making sure my weapons are sharp and prepared.
We do the cutty things.
All right. both of you, go ahead and give me a perception roll.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Olaf, as you do your watch, you see as Freya and Davina went back to sleep. You see Shalelu is nearby in a campsite with Fletch. You see his Vale as well as Jakardos is there. You two are doing your rounds, watching as the night is getting further on. You see Olaf as there's Owl that kind of swoops by and grabs some prey before it kind of going off to its nest to feed its young. Cool, you're kind of keeping more diligent right now, watching around. You hear the same wolves that Freya and Davina heard earlier. And then, well,
What?
I just sneezed and we're in a cave? What happened?
Wait, what? How did we? How did we get here? Do I? Do I have my stuff?
no. You are naked,
You're welcome, Olaf.
and so is Olaf.
But I was busy with my weapons, so my
Not
weapons
anymore.
also are.
Weapon.
Hmm.
Wink, wink.
All right. Okay.
Well, at least you got your swords.
If you only knew, mine's more of a hammer.
I'm done. Goodbye.
Good grief.
Uh,
What did you do?
I'm going to look around and see where this cave leads.
There is one way, and you can hear thunder in the distance, followed by a flash of light.
All right.
Well, we better check it out then.
Yeah. Might as well go forward, and I'll go forward in all my glory.
Oh, geez Louise.
As you two move forward, you get to the end of this cave is an opening into a landscape where you see just rolling plains and nothing similar to where you were previously during the watch. Do you step outside?
Shit. I guess.
Olaf?
Well, it's no good staying alone at the moment, so I follow.
As you step outside the cave, you slowly sink into the earth about 2-3 inches before it just fades away, and you both are standing in the river that's nearby the campsite. You look over, you're wearing your armor, your gear, everything you had is there now, but you're essentially about knee high in water in the river, and you see the campsite a little bit off to the distance.
Are you guys tripping?
The fuck?
Rude, and they didn't share.
What was in my nose that made it itch? My fingers over there.
Oh, jeez Louise.
Nothing's there.
Well, I have no idea what just happened, but let's just go back to the campsite, I guess.
Yeah, let's get back pretty quick.
As you step back towards the campsite and the flame of the campfire just melts into the ground, leaving just trees there.
The deception thing where dreams within dreams and stuff. Can I go over to where the fire was? Is it gonna suck me in?
Roll me a d6.
Oh
Divina,
yeah, we.
you wake up because Akula steps on you.
Nice.
Oh.
Payback's a bitch.
Oh. Oh
You tumble a little bit, Ola, or Akula, because you can't see, but you definitely felt. You step on something, and then you hear probably Divina, I guess maybe moan or whatnot. And Divina, you wake up in your tent as literally Akula is like walking over you.
my ribs. Get off me.
Do I even see
As
her?
you push the foot of Akula away, the tent flaps away, and you're in a desert with no one else around you.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. You know, this happened to me one time. I drank the wrong tea. Uh, do I see anything around me?
You see just dunes, sun that's starting to make you sweat a little bit. But then you go to your face to wipe off the sweat, and there's nothing there. Cool. You definitely stepped on. You heard Davina, but you don't see Davina at all in front of you. But you can feel your foot hitting her camp, her like sleeping bags and everything.
Do I feel something kicking me?
Yeah.
What the hell?
And you hear that, but you don't see her.
What is going on? I'm so confused. I sit down.
Davina's gonna start yelling. Freya!
Freya.
Freya!
In fact, with you starting yelling, you all wake up.
Fletch!
As it happens,
Yeah.
the desert goes away. The campsite forms back in view, and you all see each other.
What's up? Are you okay?
Some weird stuff going on.
Cool stepped on me. I was just in a desert. What the hell, dude? You got like spells in your boots?
I was naked in a cave. And I don't know how I got
Same
there.
here.
Two bears, one cave. Sorry.
Wow.
Davina, do you sense
He's my
anything?
best friend, you guys.
Do you sense anything magical around here?
Detect magic.
Oh yeah, there's magic.
Oh shit.
And then the campsite, you watch as water flows from the river as the ditch opened up and covers the campsite, making everything back into darkness. And water's now filling the entire area as the river essentially rediverted through your campsite, sending your camp, your bags, tents all downstream now.
Davina, what do you sense? Tell me what to target.
Do I see it coming from anywhere in particular, or is it just everywhere?
Everywhere.
It's everywhere. Everywhere.
All right, well, I'll try this. Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong thing. I need to do it this way.
Okay, give me that check.
What do I roll?
The counteract button that's on the bottom of that card in chat.
Oh. Okay. Can I hero point it again?
No, I heard button once.
That's what I thought.
The water.
Oh! Thing though. Your memento. Yeah. Associated with your Hero Omen suit. So I pulled a hammer card. Strength attack rolls cold. I guess this probably isn't going to work then, is it?
Probably not. But that doesn't. But the terrain fades away, leaving just a campsite that still fires burning.
Do I see anything around before things trip out again on me?
You hear. That's no fun. That's no fun at all.
When I look in that direction, do I see anything?
Put yourself where you might be.
Oh shit.
Over here, about. Come here. Look.
I'm on top of Davina.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I would be in
He's a cool heavy. Don't step on me. I'm
Did
little.
you not just jump on me?
But I'm little. It's different.
Yeah, and it was 1 foot. You're fine.
I think I broke ribs. Oh. Ribs. I try
You
to act like I'm
see
really hurt.
something that kind of walks forward a little bit. His head looking around. That was no fun. Oh, why you do that?
Where is that coming from? Like, can we tell what direction it's coming from? Okay, from over there.
Mhm.
No, I can see it, kind of.
Yeah.
All of you can kind of see it right now. This thing looks unusual. Looks like
It's
this.
cute. And in a
It is.
weird way.
I'm gonna sneak
So
around.
Wendigo.
Sneaking around the back of my tent here.
I'm
Fudge,
gonna,
give me a stealth roll.
I'm gonna, and it's like yelling that out, like we can all hear it. Damn.
And
Damn.
yeah, you smell fucking good, Fudge. They don't see you.
You're like on fire today.
Trying to get around.
And he's like calling that out. We can all hear it.
Yeah, he's not yelling. He's speaking loud enough so y'all can hear him.
Who are you? What do you want?
I want to show you a different landscape. Where'd one of you go?
Okay,
So-
who are you? What are you?
I'm just one of forest trees. You away from trees. Ooh, ooh.
Paul, can I get around this tent and get around the back of my tent? I can't move.
You'll be in the open. He'll see you. It will see you.
Okay, well, I want to be on the side of the tent where I can see it, still being stealthy, and see if
Okay.
I can identify what it is.
You can give me a nature roll. Anyone here can give me a nature roll if they're trained.
Oof.
That's weird.
Nature or Arcana, I guess, would work here.
Why does it say everything's only +8 for me?
Don't know.
Oh, I was on winter.
That could be a reason why.
That makes sense.
That would have been better.
Davina, Freya, and even Olaf, you've heard of these things. They're known as a Tikbalang. Tikbalang is a beast, not evil, but they are chaotic. They delight in just kind of leading people away, astray, by using rather significant magic. They don't quite care what happens to the people, but it's just in their nature to just kind of cause a bit of chaoticness around forests.
We do. Freya, scare it off.
Yeah. Could. Try to scare it off. Do we know of anything?
What
like,
are you saying?
Would we know of anything that these things particularly don't like?
They don't like to be deceived. But to maybe deter them, um, trickery. They like trickery. They like riddles. You see another one that stands forward near Davina. Doesn't go into attack, but it's just so small. You get lost. Easy.
Yeah.
We need to sleep. So
Then sleep. Sleep here. Sit down and sleep.
How about I challenge you to a contest of strength, and if I win, you have to leave. That's alone.
What kind of challenge?
Push-ups. I bet you cannot do exactly half as many push-ups as I can in 1 minute.
Okay. Accept. But if you fail, then if you fail, we get this campsite. You leave now.
Okay. So, rules. The only thing that counts is full push-ups, right?
Okay.
Okay. And you have 1 minute. You have to do exactly half as many push-ups as me.
Okay. Do you start doing push-ups?
I'll go first. I'll go. Down, up. That's one. And then I'll stop. And then I'll wait till the minute's up. And then I'll just look at him and go, your turn.
trickery, I would say.
It goes down to the ground. It stands up. Ah.
Good night, sir. Oh, there's multiple.
Yeah, there's two of them.
Freya, did you say riddles?
They walk away.
Oh.
All right.
And then I'll go back and I'll put Davina's tent back together a little bit.
Oh.
Okay.
Davina's like asleep on her feet.
That was a little
Yeah, Jim.
that was a little unnerving. Is it my watch yet? I don't know if I can even go back.
It is gonna be your watch next, yeah, with Shalelu.
Davina's already passed back out, and I'm just kind of like, mm, close one eye, leave one open,
That was damn strange.
but
Yeah.
I have no idea what just happened, but I was ready to attack.
That could have been a fun fight. But trickery worked.
Not
They
with
liked
that
it
magic.
and walked away. Alright, as everyone does go back to sleep as best they can, Shalala will be out here with you, Fletch. How do you do your watch, Fletch?
Well, I'm first going to try to think of a trick I can use on these guys if they come back. But probably don't come up. I'll whisper a little bit of conversation with Shalay, though I don't want to wake everybody else up. But so what are you thinking, there, father and stuff? What are you gonna do?
I don't know. I can see how hurt he is looking at me. Which makes me both angry and sad.
here, buddy.
Yeah, it's a tough one, you know.
Come on, buddy.
I don't know if I'll forgive him for leaving me after mother passed away.
Very selfish. I guess he wasn't used to being a parent, I guess, or he didn't wasn't fully committed or something. But that's not something a parent would do. Wouldn't imagine.
The thing is, if he was a shitty parent, I wouldn't be so mad. But I remember the time when he was around, the way he treated, the way he took care of me, my mom.
Yeah.
He, at the time, was great.
Well, I guess people screw up. But people do.
I don't know what I'll do with him. Can't rightfully kill him. That would have been easy.
Certainly not.
If it was just some bastard that just took advantage of my mom, it would be easy.
What's going to give you closure? Anything?
Nothing.
It sucks. Carry that the rest of your life. Oh well. I hope you work it out.
We'll see. I'm gonna I'm gonna keep a lookout for those things again.
Yeah, me too. I'll check this.
You see, she did kind of cut the conversation short with you, talking about her father.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Fletch, give me a perception roll.
Right.
All right, you watch as a small firefly flies around you, and then pops in your face, and you see the same tick belong in the distance. It just waves at you, and it just kind of walks away.
Shake my head.
But after that, nothing does happen. No other illusion, no other firefly, nothing else. And ultimately, um, you do wake up the last two members, Jakardros as well as Vale. They keep a lookout, and it is in the early morning hours that you will all be awoken by Jakardros. He does a unique way of waking everyone up. He does have a longbow, really significant longbow, and he starts thrumming the bow to make a bassy noise that reverberates around the area that does kind of wake you all up.
Dragons.
Not quite.
Sorry.
We're not gonna have to deal with another dragon, are we?
Not yet.
Nope.
You get ready to break camp, knowing that Fort Rannick is, by Jakarta's telling you, 15 miles away. You'll get there in about 4 hours. 3-4 hours. 1 second. All right, and actually, I'm gonna call off the game today, right here. I have family time right now that I'm leaving actually tonight, so I'm gonna end a little bit early, but it's 8 o'clock too, so I know it'll be about 20 more minutes. I think it'd be a good time to cut off right now to get to Fort Rannick next week. But get it back into the game itself.